I tried doing the same thing in No Mercy, but for some reason WrestleMania 2000.
I was thinking today too about how that night. I'm like, it's such a shame. I think I told DZ every single story I have. I can't think of any more stories. And then I was just thinking about stuff, and I saw this guy's T-shirt or some college down in the States. I forget which one it is, but for some reason it sparked a memory in my mind, and I have another story.
Oh, great. Tell us another story. Another story from Cows.
Alright, so this college T-shirt sparked this memory in my mind. For some reason, okay, Conrad used to wear this T-shirt. It was like two colleges. It was one T-shirt about some kind of a game. I forget what it was, but it spelt out N8. It was like short form for the colleges. So it was like NAT and TSU or something like that. But it was really weird, and we called it the Nakasasu T-shirt because it was just the short forms, but we made it one word, and he really hated that we made it one word, so it always said Nakasasu. Anyways, he was wearing this shirt one night, and we all went to this bar downtown. We used to always go there. It was the Imperial Pub. That's what it was called, the Imperial Pub. We always went to the Imperial Pub, and maybe because it was actually called the Pub. I think that's why it was kind of cool. It was called the Pub. We're drinking there. This guy, we're sitting around this table. My brother's getting pretty damn wasted. My brother's getting really, really drunk, and Conrad comes by because he only lived like a block away from this bar. So he comes by. He's wearing the Nakasasu T-shirt again. We're all getting drunk, and we're talking about Nakasasu, and you're a Nakasasu. That should be your new name. Your new name is Nakasasu. He's like, don't call me Nakasasu. And I think I changed his name in my phone to Nakasasu. We're all getting, yeah, see your Nakasasu on my phone. He's just getting all mad. And some guy, just out of nowhere, comes walking over to us, and he's drinking, and he sits down at our table. He goes, is it alright if I sit here? And then he looks over at Conrad, and he goes, is that okay with you? Nakasasu.
That's funny.
We started laughing because this guy we've never even seen before is just called him Nakasasu. Anyways, this guy is big time. Like, he must have been 100% pure Native American. Okay, this guy was pure Native American. No inbreeding with any other races. Okay, pure Native American. He had the red skin. He looked like a Native American. He talked like a Native American. He's talking all about like how his native forefathers walked from Thunder Bay down to Toronto to have a beer. We're like, what? He's like, well, that's how long it took to get here. We started in like 1700, and by the time they got here, they built this bar, and now I'm having a beer. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I walked right down the train tracks. It took hundreds of years. We're nomads, you know. We got no place to go. We're nomads. God, I kept telling him, like, yeah, you don't belong with us here. You're not supposed to be here. And he's like, shut up, Nakasasu, I'm telling a story. We don't even know this guy, and he's making fun of Conrad. Anyways, my brother is getting so freaking wasted now. He's definitely by far the drunkest of everybody. And this guy, he's like, he leans over to him. He's like, you want a bag, man? You want a bag? He's like, what? He's like, you want a bag of some shit, man? You want a bag of some shit? And my brother's just like, if you can smoke it, I'll have whatever shit you got. So Calhoun's like, we're talking about marijuana, right? And he's like, shh, shut up. Can't say it out loud. Can't say it out loud. It's just a bag of shit. The guy's like, you can't say it out loud. It's just a bag of shit. So eventually my brother, he's like, oh man, I gotta go to the bathroom. And he runs in the bathroom and he's not feeling well now. He's drank way too much and he comes back out and he's like, and this Indian guy, he's like, if this guy's not feeling so good, he can, my place is just around the corner, he can come over there and lay down. We're like, no, it's okay, he'll be fine. And he's like, no, he can come over there and he can lay down. And he looks over at Calhoun and he goes, you can come too. And he looks over at me and he goes, you can come too. Then he looks at Conrad and he goes, but you can't come. He was so funny. He was so serious too. He just looks at me and he's like, you can't come.
Oh my god.
It's amazing. It's just freaking amazing. But then eventually we leave without the Indian man, and we head back to Conrad's place because my brother, he's barely able to walk at this point. Like he's really overdone it. And we get him back, and my brother's just like, I need a shower. That's what I need. I need a shower. And we're like, what? And he's like, if I have a shower, the water, it'll wake me up. It'll recharge me. So we get him back to Conrad's place, and then he's like, I gotta go. And we're like, what? He's like, I gotta go. And he runs for Conrad's balcony. And now he's out on his balcony. He's just out there. He's like, I need the fresh air. He's standing out on this balcony, and Conrad's getting all mad. Cause it's like, what do you mean? He's like, do you know what? That guy, I don't think he was joking. I think he really meant that I couldn't come. I'll go where I wanna go. He's just thinking about it now. At the time he wasn't mad, but now he's starting to think about it. He's like, did I see that guy again? If I see him again, I'll fucking kick his ass. Who's he to tell me that I can't go someplace? If you guys get to go, I get to go too. I'm just as good as anybody else. What does he mean I can't go there? He's starting to get really pissed off now. We're like, it's over with, Conrad. It was like 20 minutes ago. He's like, yeah, but he insulted me. He wasn't joking, right? He was serious. He's getting all mad. So Calhoun's like running the water in the shower. He's getting it all. We're getting it really cold. But James is out on the balcony. He's just like. But Conrad goes in to clean up or something like that and get some towels. And James is out on the balcony and he won't leave the balcony. He's like, I'm not going in there till the water's cold. I need to stay out here on the balcony. It was winter time. It's really freaking cold out. He's like, I need the cold air to surround me. I'm not leaving the balcony till you tell me the water's freezing cold. And he's out on this balcony. And we're like, okay, well, we'll come back and we'll tell you. We'll come back like in a few minutes. And my brother has his pants down around his ankle, out on the balcony, and he's taking a shit. We're like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, what does it look like I'm doing? I took a shit on Conrad's balcony. We're like, oh my god, if Conrad sees this, he's gonna freak. It's just like a fucking turd laying there. Just a goddamn fucking turd laying there. What the hell? And he's like, well, I had to go to the bathroom, but you guys wouldn't let me into the bathroom because the water wasn't cold yet. So I went. When you gotta go, you gotta go. And we're like, what the fuck are we gonna do? He's like, go get me a bowl or something. I'm like, I'm not gonna give you a fucking one of Conrad's bowls. We gotta get rid of this before he sees it. And he's like, sure, no problem. Kicks it off the fucking side of the bucket. And we looked down, it didn't make it all the way to the bottom. which means it probably fell on somebody else's balcony. He landed on someone else's balcony.
That's just disgusting.
This is classic my brother. When my brother gets wasted, he gets naked. Somehow, some way, he ends up getting naked. Really would. Just messed up. Messed up. And there we go. There's another good story from Cowscrazy.
So what the hell is so what's the moral of that? What sentence would you call from that story that you make references to?
Well, Nakasasu. That's the big one. Big one.
Years now allowed to come.
But that's the main one right there. We don't say that one as much. That's why I didn't remember it right away. But every once in a while, something will remind us of that, and we'll be like, yeah, like we're going to a movie or something. We'll sit around and we're like, hey Calhoun, wanna go to a movie? He's like, sure. I'll be like, you can come. James, you can come. Then I'll look over at Mugski and I'll be like, but you can't come.
Okay, we'll go. Okay, so, and before I start this match, I have to let everyone know that it's daylight savings times, which means you get to go push your clocks back an hour, so you get an extra hour of sleep.
I've already warned everybody on Twitter.
Okay, sure. Okay, so we're going from a fucked up story to like a big fucked up tag team match.
I don't know what time it is right now, like the real time, because some of my clocks are pushed back. What? So is it 12:30 right now? What fucking time is it? See, I hate days like this. I have no idea what time it is right now. I don't know if it's 12:30 or 11:30. I'm confused.
All I know is we're gonna go to one of the best tag team matches in WrestleMania history.
Ooh, boy. That's an X, too.
Oh god, Sam tweeted me a picture.
Oh, yeah, same here. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm about to find out. You can't come That's what he looked like too. Except we didn't have the bone necklace around him, but that's what he looked like.
You can't come either.
His points went. He's just like, whatever.
Oh my god.
Conrad always does that. He gets more mad once the person he's mad at is gone, because then he can be a big man about it. He's a coward in person though, but then he can be a big man. Just like there was this one time Dale was bothering Conrad. He was calling him, challenging him to do fucking things. And we're out in the park, yelling and screaming, trying to search for Dale. And then he was like, you know, I'm sick of this. I challenge you, my guy. I challenge wrestle right here, championship. That's another thing. We had when we went to our first ever WWE house show. Our first ever house show, me and Conrad went together, and they were selling those. I guess I gotta give some background story to the story first. we go to a WWE house show, and they were selling one of those cheesy replica belts, you know, for like $10. That's like the plastic replica belts, right? So anyways, Conrad bought it, and he declared himself the world heavyweight champion of all our friends. He goes, I am the champ. I'm the world champion. I declare myself the champion. I'm like, whatever. Okay, but he kept talking about it for like weeks about how he's the champion of the world. And finally, I'm just like, fuck this shit. I challenge you for the world champion. He was like, oh yeah, let's go, let's fight. So that day, when you start a fake wrestling match with somebody, you figure, you know, you're just gonna, you know, fucking pretend to do some moves, you know, put on a fake headlock, maybe put on a fake like leg lock or something, which I'm doing. I'm just fucking messing around with him. No. Not Conrad. Not Conrad. He took everything fucking seriously. When he starts to fight you, even just for fun, it's for your life, man. It's for your life. He cannot be a loser. He must win at everything. Even if it's just for a fucking plastic belt. He must win at everything. And the fact that this belt meant the world to him only made me want to win even more. So, at some point, when I'm like 14 or 15, and he's 30-something, he's kicking my fucking ass all over the place. He's kicking his young boy's ass. He's whooping me. But I'm determined to kick his butt. And we're living in, like, his place where we're watching this pay-per-view is like this little fucking room that's like a shoebox. It's like literally just a bedroom, and there's nothing else. It's like the tiniest room he was renting at the time. It's all he could afford, but it was just so small. And at some point, I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did this. It must be like when a mother lifts up a car to save her child or something. I mustered this incredible strength, and I literally tombstoned this man into the ground. I thought I broke his fucking neck because he was fucking going crazy in pain. He was just like, my neck. I thought I fucking killed him. I did. I fucking killed the man. But then, as he starts to calm down, he goes, oh, okay. As soon as he says I'm okay, you know what I do? I fucking knee drop him. I knee drop him right in the throat. I hook the leg and pin him 1, 2, 3.
That's fucked up.
And I grab the belt, and I'm like, I'm the champion. He's like, no, I wasn't doing it. I'm like, so I declared myself the world champion. But here's the best part. For almost the next 20 years, he tried to get the belt back. Was 20 years. He kept trying.
Oh my god.
When I think about it, it's just ridiculous. He tried for 20 years to get it. I still have it. I still have the belt. It's in a box somewhere. But I forget where it is, but I know I still have it. It's in a box packed away. But I know I still have it. It's ridiculous. Grown man for 20 years trying to...
Oh my
The
god.
best thing is, he would always just try to attack me and pin me all the time. And he would beat me all the time. He would pin me 1, 2, 3. But they were never declared title matches. We had to declare it a title match. So if you just started a match out of nowhere, it was non-title. So I wouldn't really try then. I wouldn't try at all. Because I knew downside, this man, I'm not strong at all. And he's trying, he wants this more than life himself. So I knew he could kick my ass. So I would always just, I'd fake wrestle for a couple minutes and then let him pin me 1, 2, 3, just to make sure I didn't get my ass kicked and hurt because he's so serious about it. But it's non-title, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And then, at one point in our lives, we had a fucking wrestling league. It was so good. We had a tournament between him, my brother, Calhoun. We had a tournament to see who would be the #1 contender. Take me on for a championship match. He wanted it so bad. And my brother, I told my brother, I'm like, you're crazy. You can't. He goes, no, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm like, no, it won't be fun. You don't understand how serious he is. He's like, it's just for a plastic belt. It's not a big deal. I'm like, no, this is his life. You don't get it. So my brother didn't understand. But anyways, he gets into this fight with him out in our backyard. So we're literally backyard wrestling now in a tournament for the #1 contendership. And puts this big full Nelson, and basically he rolls my brother up almost into a ball. My brother now looks like Samus. It rolls up into a ball. And Connor's just like, I think I was the referee, and I come over and I'm just like, holy shit, this is painful. I'm like, James, do you give up? And he's like, yeah. Yeah. I'm just like, okay, let him go. Let him go. But a story Con would love to tell over and over again was for this. We decided to, well, we have a world championship, and now that we have a league, why don't we have a tournament for the tag team championship of the world? So eventually, it was me and Conrad versus Andrew Nichols, which I've talked about before. Yeah. Andrew Nichols and my brother. No, Andrew Nichols was the ref. No, it was my brother and Steve. That's who it was. God. Okay, and Andrew Nichols was the referee for this first ever tag team championship of the backyard.
My God.
So here's the best part. I get a hot I hot tag Conrad. It's a hot tag, and he comes in, and these guys are just having fun times. Connor comes in and hits them. They pretend to go down because they're just having fun. But no, Conrad, this is fucking hugely serious. So he runs in there, he clotheslines fucking Steve and shit like that, and he's knocking them all down. And then I get back in the ring, but I'm not the legal man. And anyways, Steve gets knocked down from this huge fucking clothesline, right? That's real from Conrad. He like literally flips him upside down. And I see Steve just laying there on the grass, totally dead. Well, Conrad's like trying to grab my brother, and my brother's like, ah! So I'm just like, well, let's see what happens if I do this. So I just go over and I
no.
And he's like, yeah. And then after the match, he's like, you weren't the legal man. We cheated to win. We're the bad guys. Yeah.
What did you do to him again?
But anyways, over these 20 years, the best is surrounding the World Championship. Nothing's better than this. Over 20 years, every once in a while, it was so rare I would defend this title. So fucking rare. But here are some of the matches. We would find ways to make sure this man did not win the World Heavyweight Championship. It's so goddamn important to him. It's so important to him. One match I remember for sure. We were over at Conrad's place. My brother was there, but I think, my brother was definitely the referee. Oh, okay, he was definitely the referee for this championship contest. This was it. He was finally getting his chance. Like after years of waiting for this championship match, this was it. We're like, okay, if you get this is it. You gotta let it happen. If you lose, he's like, I won't lose. If you lose, you gotta let somebody else have a chance before you get another one. Somebody else has to get a title shot first. So this is it. He knows I've got to win, and I'm thinking deep down, I'm just like, how the fuck am I gonna get out of this? I can't let him win because I can't. The fun is over if he wins. but I know I can't beat him. He's just crazy. He's insane. How am I really legit gonna beat this guy? So basically for 20 minutes, he's whooping my ass, and I am so fucking tired. I am sore all over. He's hurt my arms, he's hurt my back. I'm so beaten down. I'm surprised he hasn't killed me. He's just totally destroying me. I'm fighting. I'm fighting like I'm naked. That's a saying we've come up with. You gotta fight so strong, like you're about to be thrown out of your house naked. Okay? So you gotta fight really strong. Anyways, and somehow, it's like they do on TV. So it must be real. I believe this now. I find the small package to be really real now, because that's basically what happened here. He's fighting me and he's fighting me, and I just kind of roll backwards onto him, and I curl him up into a ball. And my brother's like, I can hear him counting. He's like, 1, 2, and he delays so long. I felt like forever. And then finally he just goes 3. I'm like, yes. No, I kicked out. I didn't kick out. He definitely was. He was like trapped down there. I had him perfectly. That was like my only offensive move the whole fucking time. It's like a John Cena match. Yes. and then somehow I rolled this guy up to defend the World Heavyweight title. I don't think he got another shot at it for like another 5 years.
Oh my god!
Just kept putting it off and putting it off. We're like, no, I can't. I gotta be in. I for my match, or we'd come up with fake matches. We'd be like, oh yeah, Calhoun's challenging me next week, and then we'd tell him the outcome of it, and oh, you missed it or something like that. We'd keep up making up excuses that like, I just had a match. Yeah. He's like, when? I had a match with Steve last week. Yeah. Yeah, I beat him. I defended the title, so I get a bit of time off. You gotta let me go.
Oh my god.
I would always make up these fake matches I was in just to make sure he didn't get another chance at this title. But the most memorable, this is one everybody remembers, because this was like the WrestleMania, and this was the last ever match we had, because he hasn't, our friendship dissolved shortly after this. This was it. So this was big. Everybody was there. The Tustin was there. Calhoun was there. Steve was there. Ted was there. Some guy we didn't even know called Chris Glass was there. Every we ever known in our lives was there that day. Marksky was there. Everybody was here for this match. It was huge. It was going to be a backyard ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh my god.
We have this clothesline in the backyard that hangs above the backyard, and we put the belt up on that. And you had to use a ladder to climb up and get it. So this was it. And the best thing is, I had already planned this out beforehand, where like I demanded a ladder match. But my only fear was, he knows a ladder match is no DQ, and he might do some fucking whacked out shit. He's insane. He's fucking insane. So he might do some really fucking crazy shit to me. Like, because I don't know, when he sees it on TV, maybe he's just like, oh, cartoons, whatever. He'd probably fucking shoot me with a gun like Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd. That's fucking crazy. Okay? So I'm like, this has got to be a really short match somehow. But everybody's gathered up. And I actually worked out a little plan with my friend back then, the Tustin. We had worked out a plan. But we knew at the end of the day that this guy was going to be absolutely furious when he got screwed over for this title. So we had to make it look like an accident. We can't be like a real screw job when we laugh at him. It has to look like a total accident that he lost. Okay. So what happens is, the match begins. We're in the backyard. Basically, it's just It's not even really a match. It's just two guys standing at the base of a ladder, pulling each other off of it to make sure we can't climb it. So my only thing is defense, defense, defense. That's all I gotta do is keep him off this ladder until it's gone a reasonable amount of time that it can look like an accident. And I knew I had to make it look like the accident. I have to get the upper hand just a little bit. So this is better in the backyard. So I have him kind of crushed up against my garage almost, and I have him locked up in there. And like he's like, "Go ahead, go for the ladder. You have me pinned down." But I'm like, if I let go of you, you won't be pinned down anymore. It's just ridiculous. So I let him have him crushed up against the side of my garage with my elbow, and I'm just jamming my elbow into his throat. He's like, yeah, I'll get you. Just let go, on, yeah. I'm like, shut up, Nakasetsu. Anyways. And then I kind of back off a little, and he comes in, and I knee him in the gut, and he's like, "Oh!" And I can see it now. I can see that I've legitimately injured him, and I'm like, "Oh, I can see this fire in his eyes. I can see it that he says gonna go crazy." He's like, and he comes charging at me, and I kind of give him a quick push because I've got to stay away from him while he's really mad. I give him a quick push away, and then. Finally, our plan goes into motion, and Tustin comes running in, and he grabs me, and he holds me in a full Nelson. He's got me in a full Nelson. He's like, "Conrad, it's no DQ. I'll help you. I want you to win the title, Conrad." And Conrad's like, "Yes, now you're going to pay. Now you're going to pay." And he comes in, and he starts punching me in the gut, and he's like, "Yeah, yes, I'm going to be champion." He's like, "Throw him down, Tustin, and they throw me to the ground, and they start pretending to stomp on me, and Tustin picks me back up, and he holds me again, and he's like, Conrad, give him a good punch, make him go down this, he's like, give him a really good punch." So Conrad comes in, and he's gonna I know he's about to nail me in the stomach as hard as he fucking can. He's gonna come in and win me. That's what he's gonna do. But here we go. So he winds up, he throws the punch, Tustin lets go of the full Nelson, and I drop down. So he accidentally hits Tustin. At least in his mind, but Tustin knows it's coming. So he punches Tustin, and I slow down. Tustin's just like, "What are you doing punching me?" And he goes after Conrad, and he grabs him, and he's like, "What are you doing punching me? I was trying to help you, you fucking asshole." And God's like, no, I'm sorry. And while I go over to the ladder, I climb up, grab the world title, and I'm like, "Oh, shit." He's like, no. I grab the belt, I run down, and right inside the house. I run straight inside the house. I lock all the doors, everything, because I know he's going nuts. I'm looking out the window. Merrick's standing in the kitchen with me, and he's like, Connor's just on the ground, and he's like, no. He's picking up the ladder, he's throwing it around. He's like, "That's my championship. That's mine. That's mine." It's like 11:30 at night. He's waking up the whole fucking neighborhood. Like, "It's mine." And I'll never forget this. Me and Merrick are just standing there looking out the window. Merrick looks over at me. He's like, "What the fuck is wrong with that guy?" I'm like, "What are you?" Merrick, this fucked up guy who's literally been in a mental institute, is looking at me, asking what the fuck is wrong with that guy. Like, you have a serious goddamn problem when a legit mental patient asks what the fuck is wrong with you. Oh boy. And that was it. That was his last ever chance at the World Championship.
All over a fucking little piece of plastic for $10.
But there were several of these matches that over the course of 20 years, which we always found a way to screw them out of. But those are the most memorable ones.
Oh my God.
Those really stand out, especially that last one. There was just so many people there. It was just
Okay.
But anyways, let's get this back to the original story. We're here in this park and he's challenged me to a random match. Random match. And he's attacking me and everything. But like he was supposed to be searching for Dale, so I forget who texted him, but somebody texted him like, "This is Dale. You're never gonna find me. You're wasting your time trying to fight Mike like an idiot." Oh yeah, that's what Dale always called me. He always called me Mike, and Conrad would get all mad that you don't even know his real name. You call him Mike. That's not his name. It's close, but that's not his real name. You're a fucking idiot.
Oh my god.
Anyways, he texted him, and they faked a text from Dale. So he starts looking for Dale again, and there's this black car that's oddly parked over by a baseball field. Like usually nobody has their car there. And he goes, "I bet you he's in that car." So he goes running up to this car. He's looking in the windows. It's like, "Come on out, Dale!" He's banging on the side of the car, and out comes this huge fucking black man. Like huge. Like he's ginormous. He's huge, like fat, but he's huge muscle build too.
Bigger than Mark Henry.
He's like, I would say he's similar to Mark Henry.
Oh my good fucking lord.
That's how I describe him. He's like a monster. I'm like, holy shit. And he's just looking, and he's doing up his pants and everything, and this woman sticks her head out and she's like covering herself up. He's like, "Who the fuck's bothering me?" "Well, I'm getting my game on." "I'm trying to get my game on in here. Who the fuck's bothering me?" "Are you bothering me, little man?" And it's just like, I'm sorry, sir. Look for my friend Dale." He's like, "There's no fucking Dale in there. There's a woman in there. And I'm getting my game on. That's what's in there. There's nobody called Dale. You calling me gay now? Is that what you're saying? Saying I'm getting my game on with some guy called Dale? Huh? You want to see what happens to people that are perverts? You want to see what happens?" No, sir. I'm okay. It was an accident. I'm very sorry, sir." He's like begging forgiveness. "I'm very, very, very sorry, sir. Very sorry. Oh no." So eventually, this guy's all, thank goodness, he's probably just trying to scare Conrad, and he finally goes back to his car. And we start walking away. It takes till Conrad's dead silent for most of the walk back. It takes until we're well over a couple blocks away from the park. Then he looks at everybody and goes, "I could have fucking beat that guy, you know."
Oh my god.
I'm like, what? He's like, he starts cursing him. He starts using derogatory comments, very racially based comments about this man. He's insulting his weight. He's like probably saying, "I think I saw his dick. It was really tiny. Black men don't have big penises. I saw it. He's got nothing." He's making fun of him. He's just like, and do you know what? His license plate said New York. Fucking Yankees always coming up here, taking our Canadian women. Fuck those guys. It was just like, yeah, you can talk all big now that we're like 3 fucking blocks away and you'll never see this guy again. But like he's such a coward when he's like face to face with the guy. But that's just how Conrad was all the time. He was a big man as long as it wasn't a real situation.
Oh my god.
So there we go. I'm not out of stories yet.
Shit.
Remember more.
Okay, let's go to this match now. Got to hear like 30 minutes of like story time.
You could have had the match going in the background.
I didn't know if they could hear you or not over the match. I mean, I don't know. No, it would have been funny if like that guy was like right next door, like in some random store, and he starts hearing Conrad talking about him like that. Just sitting there standing.
He wasn't being quiet about it either. And again, it's the middle of the night, and I'm sure his voice carries. If this guy was still outside the park, there's a chance he probably could have heard a few N-bombs and just came. It wouldn't surprise me if I saw this car turn around the corner.
This is why Sam misses your streams, because of all the endless stories.
It's only Sam Zealous in here now, right?
Yeah, Herman's in the call, but he's not saying anything.
Oh, I thought you actually hung up on him.
No, he's like, okay, I'll go on mute.
Is there any way you can turn the game down or say it too loud?
Let's see. I could probably, hold on, let me do this. That worked better, question mark?
I don't know, we'll find out if they think it's better or not.
Yeah, that's why, good thing I had it paused so they could hear fucked up stories.
That was only supposed to be one story about the Indian, and then it turned into like 5.
Yeah. The one thing I don't get, like, you fucked around with that guy for 20 years. What's the one thing you did? You're like, right, I'm gonna fucking take this. I'm gonna say, fuck this guy.
Oh, it wasn't one thing. It's just 20 years of shit. Like, he would, like I said, you've heard my story about that time, like, we're walking down the street, and this is when Carlito was really cool, and he was eating and Conrad's eating an apple.
Oh yeah, he spits in your face and says you're not really cool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spit this apple in your face. I'm like, haha, very funny, yeah. And then he comes up and he does it, and he's like, what? I said I was gonna do it. So, like, that makes it okay. But anyway, it's just 20 years of him doing something fucked up, and then coming back and saying sorry, and it was just enough. It was just like sooner or later, sorry means nothing. Like, you just keep being an athlete, and then, you know, I don't know. It got really stupid. I'm at work. He used to work at the ACC. He didn't. He got fired. But when we both worked there, one time, this was the time I really knew to never tell Conrad anything, because I couldn't trust him. Like seriously, what kind of an asshole does this? This guy's supposed to be my friend, but I'm telling him, like, you know what? I'm still fucking tired right now, and I know they're gonna put me on. I know they're gonna put me on a bad spot for the basketball game tomorrow, and I just really don't want to do it. It's not gonna be worth my time to come all the way down. So I'm gonna call in sick. Alright? As I'm leaving that day, my boss basically calls me out in front of everybody, and then he's like, you better not call in sick tomorrow. And I turn around, I'm like, what? He's like, kind of already told me you're gonna call in sick. I'm just like, I just give him that look. I'm like, I'll be here. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But after that, I was just like, this guy cannot be trusted. Like, this guy's a complete and total asshole. Like, who does that? Like, that's just so fucked up.
I don't know. But now I want Captain Kangaroo to look at his Twitter quickly. It's just his notifications, because I tweeted at him saying these exact words. I'm like, so I heard you took a shit on Conrad's balcony one time. I'm like, what the fuck kind of shit is that? Like, for some reason, after meeting you, I've been knowing more fucked up things than ever. Like, I fucking, like, first I talked to you, then I talked to Boz when he wasn't really that well known in the group, because I remember co-commenting on one of his streams one time, and then just, like, 4 months later, I hear him, it's like, let's look up some balloon porn while we wait for this thing to load.
Yeah, I remember balloon porn.
Like, there's this girl, like, I don't know what the hell she was doing with a balloon or what the hell he described it as. I'm just like, what the fuck?
I just couldn't believe that balloon porn existed.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck started talking about like that. Then Boz was like, hold on, let me look up.
I've always heard that, like, if you can think of it, it probably exists when it comes to porn, but seriously, balloon porn, like, what the fuck?
I don't know, there's easily bestiality on the internet. I'm not gonna look for it, but if you told Boz to, it would probably be...
It's sick, it's disgusting, but I can understand bestiality way more than balloons. I can understand how you can get turned on by some weird fucking animal fucking you. But it's a balloon, for goddamn it.
Sam's wondering what the fuck is balloon porn.
I don't know.
Boz, you talk to Boz. He looked it up.
I've seen it, and I still don't know what balloon porn is. It's balloons with your genitals and you're making sweet love to it in some way. I don't know.
I don't know. It could be worse. It could be worse. You could like go to your friend's house and then go through his DVR and he's like, "What is this?" And then you start reading about it, and then your friend's like, "Oh no, don't look at that! Don't look at that!" And then it turns out to be gay porn, and it's already ordered. And like, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure Conrad's gay if he has that shit on his DVR, and then he's like, "Oh well, it's already bought, so why did I leave it?" Like, who the fuck leaves gay porn on their DVRs? It has it recorded. That's almost as bad as like fucking showing Marsky like these really zoomed in pictures. Like, oh, is that good enough for you? Did you find that erotic? Is this a man or a woman? It's like, oh god. Seriously, what? I'm interested to see if there's any of James' stories that he has that you probably haven't heard of. I'm interested to know that. Does he have any stories that are just fucked up that you don't know about? I don't know if Irvin's allowed to come back off of mute. What do you say, Cows? Cow. Gay porn is gross. Well, Conrad had it on his goddamn. Yeah, I don't know where.
My brother would probably tell you this story because he likes to tell stories about me instead of other people. So I don't know what his point of view would be, but I remember we were having a good time over at Tussin's place, and he lived in this basement apartment. And I was really plastered this night. Like, I never want to be this drunk again. This is how drunk I was. But I never want to be this drunk again. This is the night I learned my lesson. I just never wanted to be this drunk again. This was horrible. But I do remember that Tussin passed out. He was fast asleep. And one thing I do remember is he had this exercise bicycle, and for some reason I started riding it, but it had like the brake on or something, so it started making this horrible, super loud noise. Like it was horrible, right? And then it was really, really bad. Oh, you're gonna wake Patty, the woman that lives upstairs, right? The landlord or whatever. Like, you're gonna wake Patty, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I'll shut up. Anyway, so we stopped, and it was the next day. Tustin was like saying, Patty was asking, like, did I have like a chainsaw going? What was happening last night?
Oh god.
I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember, but I remember that part. But I also remember we woke Tustin up, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. We were like, let's get into a cab and let's go to the grill. And then, but I'm fucking wasted, and like I forget somebody's carrying me to this cab. Like, I really shouldn't be going to the grill. I am out of it. So we get to the grill, and I'm just like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I go in the bathroom, and I think I just collapsed on the ground. In there, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't get back up. I feel horrible. I think I'm puking. I'm hanging over a toilet. I'm puking my guts out. And I think I'm like, for some reason, I'm like screaming. I'm just like, it's horrible. I want to die. I want to die. I'm just like, I never, ever have felt so horrible in my life. And the main waitress that always serves us, she pokes her head into the men's bathroom. I distinctly remember her saying, like, could you please keep the noise down? And I'm like, I'm like, I'm sorry, Patty. I'm sorry, Patty. I'll keep the noise down. So for some reason, I thought I was still in Dustin's basement.
Oh my
I
god.
was like, I'm sorry, Patty. I'll keep the noise down. Like, in my mind, I don't even remember going to the grill that night. That's just the way my brother has told it back to me. I don't even remember going to the grill at all. Like, I remember the exercise was, and that's about it. But going to the grill, I don't remember that at all.
Oh my god. Who's older between the two of you? You or James?
Me.
Oh, that's probably why you told him the wiser choices, like, oh, you don't want to do this or that. Why he's always getting drunk. My god, can you imagine if you actually did a mini LP of, like, custom-made tournaments or pay-per-views? You know how
Some of these matches, that's the other thing. I'd probably have to cut them down to maybe a highlight package or something, because some of them can get a little long.
like this. But I know for a fact the tornado tag ones and like probably the single player matches, those take like 10 minutes at most. 15 if you really want to stretch it. But the cage matches, fuck those.
Oh yeah, there'll be no cage match. That's for sure.
Yeah, because I remember where we were sitting here, it was like Sam against Doves, I think. And he was, all I remember from that, I don't remember any fighting, I just remember one of them climbing, always climbing up and then shaking their fists at him.
Yeah. And nobody would ever escape the cage.
But yeah, we're sitting there, I'm like, okay, what the fuck's going on here?
I think you had it running for like well over an hour, and nobody would ever escape.
Close to an hour. I said, screw it. I quit the match. I played as Sam and just whooped his ass and finished in 2 minutes.
I am 4 years older than him.
Ooh. God, this would be the greatest tag team match of all time. They even have matching uniforms for their partners.
I do some kind of an LP of this, who knows? Poopy could win the World Heavyweight title. I don't know.
Yeah, like that Vine I made where he beat Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight title after winning the Royal Rumble. I was there and you're sitting there like, oh, is Poopy in yet? I'm like, no, it's on number 30. I'm like, oh shit, it's Poopy. You're like, yes, you gotta win. Oh, wait, there's a pinfall. Okay, yeah, okay, this match just finally just got over.
It's over?
Yeah, it just got done after like 14 minutes.
Oh, there's the finisher, yeah. I think. Oh, no. Hasn't caught up to me yet.
Yeah, you'll see in like a little bit.
Oh! There's the pinfall. 1, 2, 3!
We're gonna watch a single match between
Bureau wins.
Bureau wins. We're gonna have Exceeding Shadow against Nick Fit. Ah!
Oh, your version of Nick Fit.
Yeah, that could be a story for you too. Like, there's this fake imposter Nick Fit giving you a bad name.
Fake Nick Fit.
And then you're coming back and you start beating his ass. She's like, no, I'm the real one.
Since there's, I don't think, there's no cow thing in this, so I can't create a Cowscrazy. I think I'll just tell the story of Nick Fit when I do it. It's always Dale Keith, he was the big smoker. Whenever he wouldn't have a smoke for a while, he'd get all mad, like he's Nick Fitting. So I created a wrestler that would get his powers by not smoking, and he would get all mad. That's how Nick Fit was created. He's like, he's energized because he's trying to quit smoking.
Shit. And the fake Nick Fit makes him go smoke again. He's just sick of it. He just goes back to his cigarette habits. Fucking, I can write better stories than some of the WWE shit nowadays.
But it was funny because a couple years ago, I thought they were going to copy that story. The Nick Fit, my Nick Fit idea of a guy who got like all angry in the ring because he hadn't had a cigarette in a while. Remember when they did the R-Truth and he was smoking on TV? And
Oh
stuff?
yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's where they were going with it.
Yeah,
And
when
then
they
just
still
went
had
to
John
the-
Morrison still there.
Yeah.
What was that, like 2011-ish?
Yeah, maybe.
Do you have the WWE Network?
No.
Well, they're having a free month thing right now.
No,
So,
they're not.
well, that's what they told me.
Canada, remember? We got fucked over. Like 140 countries get your version of the WWE Network. Here in Canada, we get some shit-ass version. I can't watch it online. I can't do anything with it online. It's an actual television channel. It sucks ass. Yeah, it's just brutal. I can't even access it because I'm not with the right company. So it's just, we got totally fucked over here in Canada.
Well, I feel sorry for that. But maybe if I ever go to a convention, I could bring like my PS3 with, and you can like watch whatever the hell you want on it then, because apparently we only have the good version where it gives you the pay-per-view, every single pay-per-view of the WWE and ECW and WCW. Because there's probably, what's your favorite pay-per-view you've ever seen from the WWE? Out of every single one that you watched, which one sticks out in the mind for you?
Wow.
I know it's hard to choose because.
It is. There are matches that I would love to see again, but an entire paper.
But except sometimes they call it the greatest matches ever, except they keep putting on the same DVD. So I have like seen a few DVDs with like the same matches on them like 20 times.
I don't know. I'd love to see the whole match of Undertaker and Mankind Hell in a Cell.
Oh, I've seen that whole match a lot, cause
yeah, I'd love to see that again.
That's like the greatest match ever.
I'd love to just flip through some old WCW pay-per-views.
Oh my god.
Maybe I'll just see something that sparked some memory in me, and be like, oh shit, I totally
yeah,
forgot
the
that now.
WCW had near the end, and even in the middle, they had like the worst fucking shit I've ever seen in my life, like that monster truck match.
Yeah, I'd love to relive shit like that, being like, oh fuck yeah, I remember that shitty ass match, that was great.
That was just funny though. The Undertaker and Mankind, I've seen that match at least like 10 times. It's always on these DVD things. Like, I have this Hell in a Cell DVD, and that's always included.
I'd probably want to go back and watch a lot of just the really bad shit.
You mean the Dog Kennel from Hell match?
Yeah, like I wouldn't mind seeing that again, but no, but mostly from WCW, just the bad shit.
Oh my god.
When they were good.
The Triple Cage match.
Oh no, I mean from the era when they were actually considered good, like a lot of the NWO stuff.
Early NWO, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, boo! We gotta run in here. We gotta run in. Interference. God damn it, Dubs. Get the fuck out of the ring. He's seriously going after you. It's kind of funny, too. He's going after you. Since in real life, Hervin and Doves are like friends. They're like helping each other out to take you out. I just find it funny.
Oh yeah, so I sent you the guy we made during that stream that time when you talked me through making a guy. We called him the Fat Man or whatever.
Oh my god. God. I still have that first stream where I first ever made Doves. And you were there with me. I still have that uploaded.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny. He was like giving Mr. McMahon the Bronco Buster. It was great. Because you've actually never seen the full Mankind Undertaker match?
Not in a long time. Not since I've seen the spots over and over and over again. But watching the whole thing, beginning to end, unedited, no, not in a very long. Probably not since the pay-per-view aired.
Like, well, how old were you? Were you like close to 20 at the time? No, wait, you're probably like in your teens.
What year was that?
I believe that was 98.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna guess. 98. So that would have put me at 20.
Yeah, was that
almost 20?
When you
almost 20, because it would have been what, September, October, somewhere there it happened.
Yeah,
so it would have been.
It was King of the Ring.
It would have been 19.
I think. That King of the Ring.
Yeah, King of the Ring. Yeah, so it would have been June. Yeah, it would have been 19 then.
How shocking was that when you first saw him get thrown off the cell and then he went back up and then he went through the top of the cell again? How did that make you feel when you saw that shit?
Like, that was the most fucked up thing I've ever seen. Like, you all, like, at that point, this is just the era where even they're starting to admit, they're just beginning to admit, even publicly, that, yeah, okay, we're entertainment, we're not real, and you all know it's not real, but when you see a man fall from like 30 feet through a table, you're just like, that's fucked up, man. Like, I really thought he was dead, because even the way it happens, it doesn't look like they did it on purpose. It looks like an accident, and just, I always thought, like, oh, fuck, the spot was probably, he was supposed to grab the side of the cage and hang on. Like, you would never think they would do that on purpose. That's just...
That, I believe that part wasn't supposed to happen, but before that, like, he's
admitted he had that spot planned, but he was really close to calling an audible up there, because, like, once he got up, he never realized how high it really was till he was up there, and he came so close to telling him, let's just not do it. Let's just not do it, please.
Yeah, but he did it anyways, and that was, like, one of the most memorable things that everyone just looks at him, they're like, what?
That made his career, though, because that changed everything. It's just crazy, because, like, that made his career, but he technically got less hardcore. He was way more hardcore before then, and that moment after that, he probably got less hardcore after that moment. He even admits, like, I couldn't take anymore, I had to start scaling back, and that's why they had him start doing more comedy and more stuff with, like, The Rock and stuff like that.
Yeah, they had to. He would have fucking died in that ring if he kept on doing what he did.
Yeah, like, that's the worst thing I always think of. It's like, I always thought, like, sooner or later we're gonna see somebody die in this ring, like, doing one of these moves, and then when it happened, it wasn't even a fucking move. It was just fucking Owen Hart falling.
Yeah, that wasn't all because he wanted to be like the damn Blue Blazer. Like, I would have said, you're not doing the damn Blue Blazer. Like, nope.
He didn't want to do it. It was Vince that wanted him to do it.
I don't care. They fucking even admitted that the superhero thing was dead before that. It's part of attitude, and bad guys are good, and you're trying to bring back the superhero thing, and it costs you, like, probably a potential Hall of Famer, Owen Hart. Because he wouldn't have been a world heavyweight title, but he would have been like a damn fine Intercontinental.
Yeah, he was never going to get over, and putting him in that gimmick was more of a punishment, because he was punishing him hard at the time because of Wet.
Yeah.
He was still angry at him, so they put him in this shitty ass gimmick.
And it cost him his life.
Exactly. And, like, Sting had done the drop on the rope for, like, years, so, like, he probably just thought, well, Sting's done it a zillion times, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. But it was funny because originally Bret Hart wasn't supposed to be the new Hulk Hogan. You know who was supposed to be the new Hulk Hogan after Hogan left?
Luger.
Exactly. That's why they had the bus and everything, like the red, white, and blue. But that night when he went to WCW, the only him and Bischoff knew about that. Bischoff was like, keep this on the down low. You do not tell anybody. Nobody should know about this until it actually happens. because a few days prior towards that, he was actually in a WWF house show, and they're like, "What is he doing? He's supposed to be with us, not them." And then everyone's like, "So is he with WWF or WCW?"
That's when it started to get fun, when people started going back and forth and contracts were running out. That's the other thing, is you never knew when somebody's contract was running out. That was like, now it's like publicized, like this guy's got like 6 months left and you'll know about it. But back then you had no idea. You had no idea when somebody's contract was about to expire, and you could show up.
And that's probably why most of the Attitude people are now legends, because they had to perform good. They had to keep these secrets. They had to perform good to compete with WCW, because they shouldn't have cared about ratings. They should have cared about how to put on a good show and see what people like. And I think that's kind of why WCW went downhill, because Bischoff just kept on looking at the ratings. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll be good. They ain't watching them. We'll just tell them what happens, and we won't do real wrestling. It'll be good for everyone." I mean, just look at the NWO. They had like what, fucking over half the roster in it.
Well, it was good. They shouldn't have went really past maybe at most probably 6 guys. Once it started getting to like, yeah, it got ridiculous. It got ridiculous. Everybody fucking joined that thing.
Then they tried making those spin-offs.
Near the end, if they finally put up every fucking Nitro, I want to go back to like near the end of Nitro. I forget how late in it was. Maybe the last year or maybe the second last year. They did this story. I forget the whole story, but it was just absolute. I want to see this one vignette they produced so bad. I tried to find it online. I haven't been able to. But Sting had done this kind of heel turn. I forget what it was, but it was kind of a heel turn, but not fully. It left you kind of wondering, like, did he just turn heel? Or is he still a good guy? What did Sting just do? And then he went missing again, which Sting loves to do. And they produced one of these vignettes where, like, they started speculating that Sting really is bad, and here's why. And they went, and they basically went through his whole career in WCW, and they tried to prove that he's always been evil the entire time. And it was just ludicrous how they went through all this stuff. They went, do you remember the fake Sting?
Oh yeah.
Maybe that was really his idea to begin with.
Oh my god.
And then remember when the Sting joined the Wolfpack? He put that t-shirt on pretty damn quick now, didn't he? But they don't talk about how the Wolfpack was actually a face group, not an evil group. Right?
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous how they went through his whole career, and it's like, what's with the black and white gimmick when he used to be so colorful? That symbolizes evil.
Oh my god.
It was just one of the worst vignettes ever, so I'd love to see that thing again.
Oh. Fuck. God, because, fuck, I've been watching the Monday Night War on WWE Network. There's like 10 parts, and they're still continuing with it. But anyways, fuck.
I don't know if the chat's still there, or at least how long ago they said this. But he goes, who's Wesley Willis? Is that who's in the ring now? Wesley Willis? Sam, you don't know Wesley Willis? Oh my god, look up some of his songs. He was a schizophrenic guy who made a bunch of songs and got really popular.
Go watch his documentary.
Oh yeah, the documentary.
The Wesley Willis Experience.
The best song is, look up Suck My Dog's Dick. I think that's my favorite.
Yeah. Because he would sit there in the streets of Chicago and with this like CDs, like, you want to buy a CD?
No.
It was funny. I'm like, oh my god, this is so great. Because when he wouldn't have his pills, he'd like go fucking berserk and start like fucking punching himself in the head. Oh, and his special way to give like special thanks to somebody is just giving a light headbutt.
We would show Merrick that DVD. Be like, look at, he's got schizophrenia just like you. Why is he a superstar and you're not?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we could go on for hours and hours talking about wrestling in general. Easily. Cause fuck. Oh, I remember that. I remember hearing about this thing where Val Venus was like having rivals like Tachi Michinoku and like fucking Kai and Tai. Where apparently he was.
Kai and Tai was great. Was it Kai? Oh, were they WCW or were they?
They were WWF.
Oh, Young Dragons. That was the WCW version. They were excellent. I would love to go back and see the vignettes with Chris Miller and Young Dragons. It was such a lame low to mid card rivalry, but it was so memorable to me because they did these very stereotypical, maybe even borderline racist vignettes of Asians, where like you would see in these Asian movies all the time, where like they would just come out of nowhere and be like, yeah. That's what they did with Ernest Miller. Ernest Miller would be walking down, and then you would hear like a gong, and then they would just appear out of thin air. They would come around corners and out of the roof, and they would just quickly attack Ernest Miller and making all these Asian noise. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Attack them, and then they would disappear just as quickly. You'd be like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah, but if you thought just watching is bad, try trying to be like a commentator doing. It's like, oh my god, he's going berserk. He's gonna hurt somebody.
No, the worst commentary ever on that show. And you can find it. I know you can find it online.
What, Dusty Rhodes?
This makes no sense, and I think they've even done something similar in WWE, but it wasn't as memorable. The worst ever is during the Hogan Warrior feud in WCW. The Warrior is like peering out of thin air. He's doing all this smoke and mirrors shit to try to like drive Hogan nuts, and Hogan's just losing his mind, and it's just Hogan and Bischoff in his locker room. Hogan's looking in a mirror, and you start to see the face of the Warrior appear in the mirror, and Hogan's starting going crazy. He's like, I see him, I can see the Warrior. He's there. And Bischoff's just like, I don't see anybody. What are you talking about? And he's like, he's right there. He's there, right? And then the commentators, as the skit ends, they're like, did you see that? Did you see that? It's the Warrior playing mind games with Hogan. And the more you think about it, you're just like, this is horrible. Hogan can see the Warrior. The commentators can see the Warrior. We, as the audience, can see the Warrior. But Bischoff can't. Which one of them is fucking crazy?
Shit.
Because if we can all see him, why can't Bischoff? Baby Bischoff is fucking crazy.
Oh my god. That's
the worst ever. Because, like, to do that skit correctly, what they should have done is just have Hogan stand there, look at the mirror, and think he sees the Warrior, but we can't. That's the way it should be done. But if we can see him, then we're just as fucking crazy as he is.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And, like, the commentators pointing it out that even they can see them. That just was like ridiculous. I'm just like, what?
I don't know, is it as bad as when Kai and Tai captured Val Venus and threatened to chop off his penis? They had him all butt naked and had like a samurai sword. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna chop off your pee-pee.
Isn't that when they turned into the censor group that kidnapped him, and then he got brainwashed by Steven Richards or whatever?
I don't know, like, I think so. But all I know...
That censorship group, and they were just gonna censor everything. That was a dumb group. I hated that.
Everybody hated them.
But that's when they started getting rid of, like, some of the Attitude Era, and they had to get rid of those characters that just couldn't translate to non-attitude, like Val Venus and The Godfather, yeah. So they took those people, put them in the censorship group.
Yeah, but fucking Val Venus is funny though. Like half the shit he would say is just fucking funny. He's like, I'm like a Rubik's Cube. The more you play with me, the harder I get.
Yeah. I didn't tell you he was pretty good, but not better than Goldust though.
Oh my god, Goldust. Half the shit he would do, like, didn't he like fucking like dress him like this Greek?
Was just too obvious. Goldust was much more.
Didn't Goldust, like, I remember this one time where he was like in this green uniform and he had like that girl, I don't know, like, was it Sunny that she had?
Melina,
yeah.
Yeah. Melina.
Okay, yeah, and then like he had like this gag ball in his mouth. He's sitting there on his knees in the like what? And he's sitting there licking the ropes, and he's like, "Yeah, look at me."
Oh boy. Oh, there's the. Have you ever seen when he did the movie review of The Scorpion King?
Oh my god.
Goldust's movie review of The Scorpion King was just, I figured out why it was hilarious, but it just was. It's just absolutely hilarious about how he just mocks The Rock the whole time. It was great.
Because the way Goldust acted, it was just weird. See, Zila says she loved Val Venus. It'd be funny if you used some of his pickup lines. That'd be.
Give me a bite of your weenie.
Oh my god.
I'll let you have a slurp, my slurpee.
You said it completely backwards, but I know what you're trying to get a reference to. Cause like that mother, like cause didn't he like appear in bed with like Booker T and Charmel when they were trying to do something? He comes in, he's like, "Whoa, what's going on, Booker?" I'm like, what the hell is wrong with that? You don't go in another man's bed like, let's talk some strategy of some tag team.
My two favorite feuds though with Goldust was Razor Ramon. That was awesome. I love the feud with Razor. Now one time when he whipped open his shirt and he had a tattoo, the heart that just said Razor, and he's just like, he flicks his fingers and he starts rubbing his nipple. I love you, Razor. Holy shit. Like in 1985 or 6, like doing that on camera, being that overtly gay and sexual was just fucking way out there.
Oh my god.
Didn't see that kind of shit on TV. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, that didn't just fucking happen.
Oh god, I'm just sitting, okay, now, I'm sitting there, I'm just thinking, oh my god, you could actually make some of those things into like a Marsky's what would you rather do questions.
Just like, he just shows his nipple and there's a tattoo. He's like, Razor. And then the other great feud was him and Rowdy Roddy.
Oh my god, where he's fucking driving around the... Yeah, the car chase at WrestleMania.
They didn't even refilm it. They just literally took the O.J. Simpson footage and showed it for like 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
And they went, yeah, that's Goldust in that car right there. There's Rowdy Piper. He's chasing him. It was so bad.
But you knew better, like, fuck that. Jesus Christ.
He wins.
Shit. Oh, it's you know who fucking... Can you just imagine if you tried making, like, Goldust scenarios into Marsky's what ifs? It's like, Marsky, what would you rather do? Would you rather imitate Goldust towards Conrad Wilson for a whole year straight on national television? Like, get his name tattooed on your nipple and you start rubbing it, he's like...
Mr. Johnson.
Oh, Jack the Hobo, the story behind him is that he's a homeless man that snuck into the WWE and became a wrestler. And so since he didn't have any wrestling gear, he just ran around and started taking random stuff from like different wrestlers. Like he has Al Snow's Job Squad, and then he has Billy Gunn's fucking knee pads.
He just sneaks backstage and hobo. That's a good story.
And Mr. Johnson, that's like relevant to like my keyboarding teacher in middle school, where he was like the biggest pervert ever. Like fucking, this is like 12 and like 13-year-old girls, and he dropped his pencil near them. He's like, "Hey, can you pick that up for me?" And then when he's sitting there teaching with keyboard, he like put his hands over there teaching them, and then he starts looking down in their shirts. He's like, "Oh," he's sitting there just looking at him, getting a hard on. He's just like pretending to help, even though he's not. I'll never forget the one year though, someone actually peed in his coffee and he drank it, and he was like sick in the hospital for like 2 days. And then he got the test back. He's like, "Well, you drank a large amount of urine, and that's not very healthy for you to do." And he had to abruptly say that in class. He's like, "Well, I was in the hospital because somebody decided to pee in my coffee, and I'm gonna find out who it is, and I'm gonna make them pay." And the funny part is he never found out about it. Nobody's ever knows except for a few people that frickin' he's already graduated. I forgot his name though. Oh shit, that I'll never forget that. That's fucking hilarious. What are some other fucked up things that happened in WWF or WCW? Shit, I'm trying to think. Oh, how about when they tried using the fake Razor Ramon and Diesel, saying, "Oh, they're coming back." Yeah, that was just bullshit. Because everyone in WCW always thought it was real. It was like, you guys are traitors. You don't belong in this company. And they brought him out on television. National just looked at him and was like, "I fucking told you so," and just left. Yeah, I fucking told you so. Or how about when they fucking were trying to bring like the dumpster, like that dumpster guy or those hillbillies with that fucking bucket of pig shit or whatever it was. Like they're still, like what the fuck? Let's see, what else is in those shitty moments? And like, oh, that fucking turkey thing that everyone hated in like the Survivor Series. Whatever the fuck is her name or it was. Or the feud Goldust and Alvinus had like before Dustin Rhodes came back as Goldust.
Oh, there it is.
I remember.
Just posted it. Goldust and Booker T at the movies. The Scorpion King.
Oh my god.
Posted on Twitter.
Oh my fucking god.
Shattered Dreams Productions.
That's terrible. This is. Oh my god, I feel compelled to watch it now.
Yes, they're at the movies. What up, dog?
Shattered Dream Productions.
What the hell are you talking about? Just roll the footage. Booker T's so annoyed. Booker T gives it 2 thumbs up. There's one problem. The one problem is The Rock. Delicious. Here we go. Roll the footage if I was in the movie.
Oh my god.
I'm the five-time WCW champion.
Oh my god, that was awful.
Oh boy. We got a triple threat match here in the ring.
Nobody. They should have had Booker T and Goldust review more movies.
Yeah, they should have. Oh boy. Let's go homeless, man. Oh god.
Oh my god. Goldust is just fucked up in the head. I don't know how that could even be a possible. Like, how the hell did he survive so long? Oh my god, if Goldust was a Scorpion King and he acted like that, that would just be a comedy instead. Scorpion Queen. It's so good, but yet Goldust is like the most. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, I love that Goldust. Goldust in the Scorpion King.
Oh boy.
Oh, Goldust, how could you? Did you thought Goldust was actually gay when you first saw him acting all like that?
No.
Must have been pretty fucked up. You probably thought you're like, oh my god, how the hell can someone like this do something like this?
This would have been the best.
Oh my god, he would have been in there. He's like, I'm the Scorpion King.
We used to. The good thing when he was really laying it on thick about being gay, we always speculated what would happen if, like, we always made fun of Goldust as like Goldust the NHL hockey referee. We would do things like we'd be like 2 minutes for ice digging.
I would.
Like, 2 minutes for slashing.
You know how fucked up that would be and how terrible it would turn out?
It's just like we're trying to think of penalties that were overtly sexual if you put them into a Goldust reference. Just like 5 minutes for butt ending.
God, that's just terrible.
You know it.
But yeah, you look at Goldust, you're like, that was like one of the best characters I've ever seen in the wrestling ring. Because I still remember, like, when he fought Rowdy Piper in that street fight, when they're actually in the ring, like, he had him in that pile driver, and he just, and instead of going for a
game misconduct. Poison spewing.
yeah, I remember that part where fucking he had Rowdy Piper in the pile driver, but he instead he didn't go for it right away. He just put his hands on his ass and started rubbing. He's like, real slow, like. What the fuck is? Why are you doing that? And he sat there and stripped him naked in his underwear, and he started running away. So terribly done. Let's see who else. Oh, can you imagine if he tried like having a rivalry with the Undertaker? How great that would have probably gone. You know. Zero says you need to go cosplay as Goldust.
I don't think so.
Come on, you know how funny that'd be if you dress up as Goldust to your work and be like, who needs a program? Goldust on the commentator spots. How well would that would have gone over?
Who's left? Is it still just Zealous and Sam?
Yeah, because Hervin's still there, but he's not on mute. She's on mute because he feels like he feels like nobody wants him to talk. She even said, "Yes, I'm still here."
Oh, give it a crack.
Masturbation, give it a crack. Can you imagine if you put like half the quotes you say on your shirt, like a custom-made shirt? Oh.
I should take a picture of Dubs running away with the ball and put that on a shirt.
Don't be like that guy. Don't be like that guy. Have an arrow pointing to him. Oh, I just thought of something funny. I just thought of a funny shirt design. Just have like a plain like white shirt. Wait, have like a blue shirt, but like have like a cow that has like the Goldust face paint on, and he's like has a Maple Leafs referee shirt. He's on and be like 2 minutes penalty box. Eye sticking. You know how funny of a shirt that would be for you?
You go to the box and you feel shame.
Go to the box. 2 minutes. He has a couple phrases on his shirt, right? But just think about it. It'd be better if he had like a Goldust cow hockey referee. But seriously, who wouldn't want to wear that shirt? It's like the greatest shirt that has like ever been made.
Well, yeah, I have a couple ways on a shirt. I'd like a shirt. Well, you want to win the money, don't you? I just don't know what I'd put on it yet. But that's a phrase I'd like to turn into a shirt.
Yeah, you also have that. You have the Get the Door shirt.
Yeah, I have to get the door shirt.
Andrew Nichols needs to get the door.
No, it's Andrew Nichols' mommy.
Yeah. Who else is watching Another World LP? That's what I'm curious about. Who else is watching that?
I don't know. I got there's some get the door in that one there. I'm so running.
Yeah, when you fucking run. Let's have an elimination Let's have an elimination fatal 4-way. But who the fuck should we put in it? Well, we gotta put Doves in his diaper in there.
Doves in
Let's have it.
Exceeding Shadow. Let's see Exceeding Shadow. I don't think I've seen his thing. What's Exceeding Shadow look like in this game?
Oh, you're gonna be looking at it in a few seconds.
Oh shit.
Would you rather have him in a suit though?
I don't know. I haven't seen him yet. I just want to wait for him to still pop up.
Oh, don't worry. It's gonna pop up sooner or later.
Oh, there he is. Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Okay, we already had him in the wing. I didn't realize that was him. I thought that was the other guy or what.
Let's have Mr. Ragna in there. And just for kicks there, they'll put Wesley Willis in a referee uniform.
Why is he so fat?
We'll put Wesley Willis in there, except he'll be wearing a referee shirt because he thinks he's refereeing in his underwear, but yet he's part of the match.
Oh, yes! When you send me Wesley Willis, I can put him and Funny Boy together and they can be the schizophrenic team.
You know how fucked up that is?
They'll go for the tag team titles.
Who the fuck else? Like, who else would you take from my memory card and make it a team from your memory card?
I don't know. That might be the only one that really matches up well.
Because Conrad's a funny boy. I don't know who's a funny boy.
No, Merrick's the funny boy.
Oh, no, Conrad's the... whatever. Do you have any, like, sick perverts on your team that are, like, just horrible? Do you have a I wouldn't touch her nothing guy on it? Is he on your memory card at all, or no?
Yeah, I think there's a Conrad in that game. Because when he created a character, he always created it similar to Goldberg, because when he would really start to get pumped up and get excited in a match, he'd stand there and you'd like, do the Goldberg, yeah, with his arms stretched out, and he would also like to hit himself a lot. And Goldberg always did that, hit the side of his head thing and stuff like that. So we always took similar actions in the ring and be like, so he would smack the side of his head and stuff. He's kind of loved to hit himself, because you know, if you break your ribs, you don't have to go to work tomorrow. So
shit.
Right here, I got the pole. You hear that?
Yeah, I fucking hear it.
That's a history pole right there. It should be at a museum.
Yeah, the Fucked Up Society Museum. So now let's see who's gonna win. Oh, Doves does have Shadow and the Bear Hug. Schizophrenia team. God, who would be a freaking... Who would be a good tag team tournament? You got Team Schizophrenia. You got freaking Boz and Zero. You got Doves and Poopy.
We already, on my side, I already have the taxman union dues.
I don't know. Oh my god, everyone's beating up on Shadow. Yeah, but remember, Conrad never likes the bad wrestlers, though. He's just like, oh, that dirty, rotten piece of shit.
Yeah. He's a fucking cheater. Good. Yeah, he's a fucking cheater.
I'd hate to see him how he would react to seeing, like, Ric Flair wrestle. You should make a costume for Marsky in this game where both Wesley Willis and him are like in a referee uniform in their underwear. They'd be thinking they would be refereeing the match, but they're really not. So I wonder who's the new mayor of Coburg. Cause I still remember that you made that vine with Marsky. You're like, and that's the mayor of Coburg.
Like, why do you have this picture on your wall? I don't know. Like, who is he? I don't know.
Did he? Wow, that was the picture Marsky had in his apartment or something?
Yeah, it's in his hallway on his wall. So it's like, who is this guy? We're like, we're gonna guess he's the mayor of Coburg, and he just started laughing. If he finds it funny, we're gonna keep doing it. So every time we go over there, which is like once a year, because it's so far away to get there, we're like, oh, they see the mayor of Coburg still there.
Shit. What would James say if I asked him where is the boys under the stairs at? Where can I find them?
Probably underneath the stairs.
Cause I know James. That was James's band when he was like in high school or something.
It was his gang or band or something. I don't know what the fuck it was. The boys under the stairs.
Maybe they should be like the NWO of like your wrestling crew. Of like one of the games, just the boys under the stairs.
Oh shit, here comes the boys under the stairs.
And then Captain Kangaroo could be the head leader of it. Which one? Oh shit, this match is intense. Oh, have you played any of the WCW games for Nintendo 64?
No, I don't think I have.
Well, you're lucky, because there's only one good one. Well, actually, there's two. But the rest of them just suck. Like,
maybe I do. I don't have this weird feeling I have. Maybe not. I can't remember. I have to go through all my games, look at them all.
Why not?
I don't remember. Do I have a WCW one on N64, or was the one I'm thinking of a PlayStation 1 game? It might be a PS1 game. Yeah, it's a PS1 game.
What's it called? It's like WCW, like Nitro, Thunder. It's like
but there was this weird character in it that was like named after the company that made the game. Like it was called, and me and my brother laughed so hard. We always like called him the Aki Man or whatever. It was the AKI Man because that was like the company that produced it. Or
Are you
like
You know what? There's a WCW game on the 64 that has the exact same character, and his other alternative costume is THQ Man.
THQ, maybe I'm thinking of that. No, Aki Man sounds too familiar.
Yeah,
so, maybe it was like definitely an Aki Man. I remember like there was this mode where like it was like a gauntlet mode, and you had to like beat 10 guys to become the champion or something like that. But the cool thing about it is whoever you won it with last would always be the defending champion. But Aki Man sucks so much, like his moves set and stuff would always suck so much. And me and my brother would always try to play it. And I remember one time, like, I beat it with the Aki Man in secret, and I didn't tell him.
Are you sure this is a PlayStation 1 game?
I think so.
This sounds exactly like WCW MWO Revenge. The 10 guys, the gauntlet to become a world title. That sounds exactly like Revenge. because it has the same character. Because that's the only.
And that's N64?
Yes.
Fuck, I gotta start looking through my games.
After this game, I will actually pop it out just to show you.
Maybe we only rented it. Yeah, I gotta look through all my games. Maybe it's around here somewhere, or maybe he got it. I don't know. Maybe my brother owns it and I don't. Maybe that's why I'm thinking of it.
Yeah, because.
But this game seems very familiar to me.
Oh, Mr. Rang is out. Cause that's interesting. That's a good game, but fucking like, I have some shitty WCW games right over there that you'll look at and you're like, oh my god, that looks like garbage. You would not believe that that's the shit they actually put out.
See, I'm looking through my N64 games now. I don't know if I have more. Maybe I have more put away in a box or something, but I don't think I do. I wouldn't normally do that.
Because on the cover of Revenge, I remember it has Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Raven, and Goldberg.
Oh my god, here it is.
Revenge?
Yeah, I found it.
I told you. Because once you started explaining, I'm like, you mean Revenge for the Nintendo 64? Because that's the exact same game that you just explained.
It's made by THQ. Why does it have the Aki Man in it?
Because Aki Man also helped like make it, so they had to incorporate him into it too.
Oh, that's hilarious then.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. This is the game. Yeah, and I would always but his moveset was so horrible. But then I ended up beating it with him, and then my brother finally got to the end with some other character. I think it was with like Goldberg, and he's like, "I'm about to win. It's the last guy. I'll show you who the last guy is." And when it came up Aki Man, because I had already done it, he started to laugh. We both started laughing and laughing. It was just so funny.
Come on, you should be with like Dr. Franken. A Frankenstein monster.
Oh boy. Yeah, wow. There it is. Wow, I haven't looked through all my games in like a long time. I almost convinced myself I didn't have it.
Because there's a game that you explained really well to me that sounds like that. I'd be like, oh, that's exactly what it is.
WCW versus the World. That was a PlayStation 1 game, and I know I have that.
Yeah, that's like the only PlayStation WCW game you should only have, because Nitro and Thunder, they're both the same game, but they both suck diarrhea out of a buffalo's fucking ass crack. Ah, Shadow's peeing on doves.
Ew.
That's the exact same thing Sam kept on doing in the steel cage match.
But yeah, WCW versus the World was a really good game. And I remember we used to play that one a lot too, because it also had custom belts that you could make. You could invent custom titles. And I think we had like time limit challenge belt, and I don't know, we had a whole bunch of different things in it.
Oh, if we ever meet, I'm gonna play you in Revenge, and I'm gonna be the Aki Man.
Gotta be the Aki Man. Hold it, does that game, you said there's also a THQ Man? Because I don't remember.
Yep, that's an alternative costume.
So, it's possible to have THQ Man versus Aki Man?
Yeah!
Wow. You'd think I would remember that. I really don't remember THQ Man. Maybe Aki Man was just so hilarious to us that I blocked out the other one.
Because it's truly amazing half the shit that we even come up with, or even talk about. Because if you try telling your stories to a normal human being, they'll probably look at you saying, oh, this is fucking horrible. Like, that one story that sticks out in my mind about your friend, like, I don't know what I can't remember the full thing. I think he was, like, drinking, and then he's, like, started abusing his private parts so badly. I can't remember what the fuck the full story was. All I know is it was pretty fucking funny, that part.
not sure what you're referring to.
Like, it was like, I think it was Tustin that, like, started drinking a lot. And, because, like, because he said that, yeah, I'm gonna go to DC, I'm never gonna see any of you again.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to British Columbia, I'm never coming back. And then he pulled down his pants and pulled back and showed us his butt. He stood walking and slapping his balls. America's like, that's not funnier than me. That's not funnier than me.
Yeah, but you're all drunk, you're sitting there laughing. Oh my god, they're still beating up on Shadow even though he just got eliminated. He's still
Kick his ass.
kick his. Like, oh my god, he's already eliminated. They're just like, they'll just put him in the leg lock, and Wesley Willis just like went off the top rope on him. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, there it is. Ah! But fuck, I have to put in Revenge now just to play as the Aki man. Go against, like, fucking Hulk Hogan as the Aki man.
The Aki man.
Oh my god. God, we find things so funny that it probably shouldn't even be funny. Hashtag fucked up society. That's the shit right there. Aww. So let's go visit Aki, man, since the match just got over with.
It did?
Yeah, like it just did.
Fuck. The stream is so delayed.
Well, yeah, because of course it's delayed. You shouldn't expect it's already gonna be delayed because it's always delayed for the viewers.
I just saw a 2 count, a low blow. Oh, this might be the finish here. 1, 2. No! Oh, 3, yes, okay. Dubs win.
He beat Schizophrenic. Oh shit, wait until you see him. I'm gonna have... No, let's have the Aki man against THQ man. Yeah. The Aki man. Oh my god, he even does the dance. Like, he spells his name out with his body. Oh god.
Oh yeah, the dance! Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot it was the dance! Oh my god, the Aki dance! Holy shit! Oh my god, there he is! The Aki man! Holy shit, what memories! Oh my god! Aki man! Yes, there he is! Aki man! Dude, our dance. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh shit. Oh my god, how the hell does this thing even exist?
I have no idea.
Yeah, here we go.
As he comes out doing the dance. Oh god.
These characters are so good. They should become the tag team champions on your cartridge.
I don't think there was in this.
Yeah, there is a tag team champions in this game.
There is. There's a. It's the same thing, right? It's a gun.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
But shit, imagine AKI man, and then the THQ man will be your champions of the world.
Gosh.
You should ask your freaking brothers, like, you remember the Aki man, or send them a picture of him and be like, "Look, the world heavyweight champion is here." Well, what title did the Aki man even go for in your cartridge?
Huh?
What title did he even go for or win?
What, the Aki man?
Yeah.
Oh, the world title.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why he was so good. We got him to be the world champion.
You know how funny it'd be if you text him a picture of him, like, "You're the world heavyweight title. The world heavyweight champion challenges you."
Oh boy.
Maybe if I do like a playthrough of this, I should make him the champion. And then be like, "Oh, who's the champion this time? Oh, it's the Aki man."
What the fuck is that?
It's the Executioner.
Oh boy.
That was my brother's favorite character to be in this game, the Executioner. He would always pick the Executioner, and then I would always pick Shogun. We'd make him win the tag titles all the time. Yeah, but his moves are kind of shitty, especially a special move. Shit. Yeah, the Aki man wins. Send him a vine. Leo says send him a vine.
Vine the Aki man.
Vine of the Aki man versus THQ man. God, that's just funny though. That this is that real character that was a world heavyweight champion on your freaking game.
Oh my god. Did a top rope flip? That might be the best move I've ever seen him do. PS1 wrestling game though.
Yeah.
I think it was Monday Night Raw, something like that. It was called. There's one with Stone Cold on the front.
Attitude.
It was fucking horrible.
WWF Attitude.
What it was?
Yeah,
it was so bad.
I own it for Dreamcast and fucking 64. Don't ask me why the fuck I own it for that many consoles, but I just do. Okay, now that was a good WCW game. Now I'm gonna force you to watch the shitty one. Let's see, where the hell is it? Yeah, WCW Mayhem. Because this has Rey Mysterio in it, but it's during the time where he was unmasked. Because you remember when they did that in WCW where they took the mask off Rey Mysterio?
Folks, welcome to WCW Mayhem.
Plus it has that shitty new, like, freaking logo WCW had near their end. Oh my god, this is gonna be the worst thing ever. Plus, these characters look like